everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm Lararia, I love manga and video games, and today I will show you all the manga I got during the month of July. So last month I made two separate videos, one where I showed you all the manga I got and the second one where I showed you all of the manga I read during the month of June. But I kind of felt like I was repeating myself a lot because I do read some of the manga I buy during the same month. So this time I decided to try a different format. The first part of the video will be my manga haul, where I show you all the manga I got during the month of July. And in the second part I will talk about all of the manga I read during the month of July, which some of them are new and some of them have been on my TBR for quite a while. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope you like this different format. Let me know in the comments. So let's go! So let's start with continuing series. First I have my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999, volume 3. I'm really enjoying this series. Then I have Hanako-kun, Toilet-Bound Hanako-kun, volume 23. I love this series so much. Then last time I picked up the first volume of March Comes In Like a Lion, and I really enjoyed it, so I decided to pick up volume 2 as well. I'm really curious to read it. Then I have To Your Eternity, volume 23 as well. And yeah, this one I'm waiting a while to continue reading because I believe the manga has 25 volumes and it's really kind of difficult to follow. It's like very complex, so I'll wait until volume 25 is out in Italy so that I can read the rest of them. I still have to read volume 22, I think, yeah. And I don't remember much, to be honest, so I will wait a while before I read this one. Then we have the final volume of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is like a giant volume. I seriously don't know how they will fit the entire rest of the story in this volume, but I'm curious to read it. So I also got a single volume, a one-shot volume, which is called Video Game Girl, and this was a gift from my boyfriend, so thank you. Then I started a new series, and I got volume 1 and volume 2 of the English title is Love That's an Understatement, and this is a shoujo manga. I don't usually read shoujo manga, but I feel like I'm in my shoujo phase now, so I really wanted to try like a cute and fluffy shoujo, and this one looks adorable. I loved like the cover art, I love the colors and everything, and the premise sounded really cute, so I decided to try volume 1 and I enjoyed it so much that I read volume 2 as well, and now I'm waiting for volume 3, so yeah, this was really cute. And then I got an entire series. I didn't buy this, so my boyfriend was getting rid of this series, and he knows I really enjoy this series because I actually already read it, and so he asked me if I wanted it and I was like yes. And this is Fire Punch. It's complete in 8 volumes. It's by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who is the author of Chainsaw Man, and this is actually my favorite work from him. It's like a very dark series set in a post-apocalyptic world where basically people are starving and the world is very cold and a difficult place to live in. And yeah, people developed like sort of powers, and the main character's power is the fact that he can regenerate really fast, and he can also regenerate limbs and everything. Basically everything he loses he can regenerate. So basically what the village where he lives in does is they have him cut his limbs off and they eat them to survive. But cannibalism is not seen very well in this world, where there is like this kind of very strict religion cult, which they find out about this. They decide to burn the village down with the villagers too, and they send this guy who can, his power is like to make endless flames, but the main character who has the ability to regenerate cannot die because of the flames, so he is stuck in this cycle of burning and regenerating really fast, but he cannot die. So it's the story of his revenge, since they killed his little sister as well, who of course she was the most important person for him, so he is set on this trip to get revenge against the one who killed his family and his village. It's a very sad story, very intense, a lot of trigger warnings. It's like, as I said, it's really dark. I didn't read this in the month of July, but I had read this a few years ago actually. Okay, so this is everything I got in the month of July. I don't know if I can lift all of them together. Let me try that. Let me make a pile. So yeah, this is everything I got in the month of July, and that is all for my haul. And I will now talk about all the manga I read during the month of July. So let's start with the ones I got during July, which is Yamada-kun. I read volume 3. This is such an adorable story. I'm really having a great time reading this, and apparently a rival showed up in this volume, so I can't wait to see what happens now. Then, as I said, I read Love That's an Understatement, volume 1 and 2. And this is such a cute story, and it actually moves on pretty fast, so yeah. It's like a super sweet story where this girl, who is like a model student, she's like very good at school, but she doesn't have a social life, and she ends up helping this guy who is like you know, a delinquent. He's in a gang and everything. She helps him when he was wounded, so he kind of gets develops a crush on her, and yeah, it's like super cute. And then I read Video Game Girl, which is a collection of short stories all about this girl here who is an office worker, but her hobby is video games, of course, and all the stories are told from the perspective of her little teddy bear. And it's like really cute. At first she's alone, she seems very lonely, but at one point she starts sharing her hobby with a colleague, a co-worker, and it's like really cute. My favorites were actually the ones with her co-worker, especially the episode at the hot springs, and the one with the pictures, where they create a picture with all of their adventures in video games. It's super cute. So these are the manga that I got this month, and I also read in the month of July, but I also read some more manga. I continued Kingdom Hearts. I read volume 3, so this is Kingdom Hearts 3 volume 3. And this is also a huge one compared to the first 2 volumes. And I find it so weird how basically, let me see, this much of the volume is the world of Toy Story, and then the rest is basically everything else. Like they go to Corona, the Rapunzel world, and it's like so short, so rushed. So they focused a lot on the Toy Story world, which is fine. But yeah, seriously, there are so many words left. I have no idea how they will fix all of that, plus the giant finale in the 4th volume, but we'll see. I'm curious about that. So yeah, I do recommend this if you're a fan of the video game, like a huge fan, because the story definitely feels a little rushed. But yeah, I do love the art. The art is really cute. Continuing with the video game theme, I also read Tales of Symphonia Volumes 1 and 2. Oh my gosh, I finished the Tales of Symphonia video game and I had to start the manga. We're also watching the anime in my Discord, so I have sort of a little bit of an obsession with Symphonia, but what can you do? I love it so much. And the manga is great, like the art is amazing, and the story follows the video game a lot closer than the anime. Actually, the anime made a lot of changes, but the manga is following the story a lot more. It's a lot more loyal to the video game. I'm curious to see how they will fit the entire story in 5 volumes, and also to see what's in the extra volume, since there is a 6th volume, which is the extra. But yeah, so far, really enjoying this. I'm so happy. Then I continued with Pluto. I read Pluto volume 5, and yeah, this manga is still great. I'm really enjoying this, and I was so sad after what happened in the last in volume 4. I couldn't believe it, and I do get the feeling that we will see Atom again, but I don't know. I'm not sure, but he was such a sweetie. I want him back. And his sister, I love. She's probably my favorite character. What's her name again? Yuran. She's like so cute. I love her. I love the fact that she can feel the pain and sorrow of people and also animals. It's like so cute. Another series I continued with is Kokoro no Program Volume 3. This is also the second to last volume, so next volume, Volume 4, is the final one. And this story is like really cute. I'm really enjoying this a lot. And yeah, so she is the android, and this volume was a little heartbreaking. Because you see the childhood friend of the protagonist who finally is happy because she got to be his girlfriend, which she really wanted for a long time. But she knows that the main character doesn't love her. He's in love with the android. From her perspective, she's like really happy at the beginning, but she realizes that the main character doesn't have feelings for her. But it's also heartbreaking from the perspective of this girl, because she also has feelings for the main character, but she knows she's an android and he should be with his childhood friend who is actually a human, and they are together. I can't wait to see what happens in the final volume. And then lastly, I read March Comes In Like a Lion Volume 1. I really had a great time reading this. I'm really curious to learn more about shogi. I'm so happy that actually there are parts in the book where they teach you how to play shogi, or at least they give you they teach you the basic rules and everything. And apparently in the next volume they will teach more, because I really wish we had that with Hikaru no Go. I really wanted to learn how to play Go, but shogi looks like it's not as complex as Go, so maybe I can learn how to play that. But yeah, I can't help but comparing this to Hikaru no Go. They are very different manga. Like Hikaru no Go is very focused on the game, while this manga, there isn't much shogi in this first volume, which is fine. They're probably just introducing characters and their stories, and you see a lot more about their personal life and their personal struggles. It looks like these families, they talk about like the main characters and also the three sisters he meets and becomes really close to. It seems like they are going through a lot, or they have gone through a lot in their past, so I'm really curious about that. It was a great first volume. I can't wait to read more. So this was all the manga I read in the month of July, which is 10 volumes. I mean, it's not too bad. I love how the colors are all white or bluish. But yeah, great reading month. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with all the manga I read this month and all the new manga I got. And yeah, I'm really excited. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know which manga you got in the month of June, which manga you read, and hope you have a very cute rest of your day. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!